on Lesson 6, what makes a profitable product opportunity? There are 7 main elements that go into making a profitable physical product hot opportunity. Each one of these elements is critical. Used in conjunction with the product criteria, these elements will enable you to choose the best hot opportunities. Number 1. Bestseller Ranking, or BSR. The BSR of a product is Amazon's way of ranking products on their site, and the biggest factor in this number is the number of sales. There are other factors like conversion, but generally speaking, the most important is the number of sales. Essentially, think of it as a measure of demand of the product. Now, the lower the BSR number, the more demand it has, because the lower the BSR number, the higher its rank on Amazon is going to be. It is worth noting that generally speaking, more demand equals more competition. So the lower the BSR number, the more competitive it is. Now, BSR is not for the entire Amazon site. Instead, each top-level category has its own BSR structure. You will find opportunities and make note of their BSR, and if it falls within the BSR range, don't worry, you will receive these ranges in the next module. Now, as explained in the previous lesson, you will then look for 2 more similar products to that product that also match the criteria, and that leads us nicely into the second element, the BSR of the 2 similar products. So again, as we saw in the previous lesson, for each hot opportunity we need 3 products to confirm it is viable. The first one that you find and the 2 similar products. So the second element is the BSR of the 2 similar products. So essentially we want 3 similar products that all fall within the BSR ranges we will be giving you. Now, we actually find the 2 similar products by using keyword search, but don't worry, Christy will cover that in the next module. Number 3 is the number of reviews. The number of reviews a product may have is another indicator of demand, but not as definitive as BSR. Reviews of a product in general are built up over time. This means if a product has a lot of reviews, it might be too competitive. Conversely, a product with a low number of reviews is probably going to be less competitive and more desirable for us. Number 4 is the number of reviews of the 2 similar products. So this is exactly the same as the previous element. The only difference is it applies to the 2 extra similar products we find for each hot opportunity. So if you find a product that has a lot of reviews, but the 2 similar products have low numbers, then it still might be an opportunity because the second and third product might be easier to compete against. And to be successful, we don't have to be number 1 for the product. Don't worry if this is not clear right now. When you actually start searching in the next module, it will become very clear. Number 5 is the price. Now obviously the price of the product is important. We want it high enough to make sure we have a good profit margin, but not so high that it is very expensive to order our first inventory. Over the past 3 years, through extensive testing, we have come up with the best price range for your first product. We suggest from $15 to $60. But if your budget allows, you can go higher if you wish. It will work just as well. But you just need to bear in mind what your budget is for buying your first inventory. Number 6, private label potential. Essentially, can the product you are looking at be easily produced as your own product under your own brand? Now again, this will make much more sense when you start actually searching, but the products we find must have private label potential. As an example, a smartphone would not be easy to private label. 7th is profit margin. Profit margin is another fairly obvious element and goes hand in hand with the price, but is also dependent on how much you're paying for your product from your supplier. Obviously, the higher your profit margins, the better it is. As a general rule of thumb, we are looking for 30% and higher. Your profit margin includes buying your inventory, Amazon charges, shipping of your inventory to Amazon, etc. Now, you will only know your exact profit margin after you have contacted suppliers, but you will learn how to estimate it in the next module. Now, it is important to realize that you might see a range of prices for similar products on Amazon. This is because some sellers think they need to drop their price or have a lower quality product. We always aim to sell superior quality products at the premium price possible. So you have now learned the 7 elements of a profitable Amazon product. In the next lesson, you'll be learning about the most profitable Amazon categories. But that's it for this lesson. Take care.